गुड मॉर्निंग गाइज, कैसे हैं आप लोग। आई होप यू ऑल आर फाइन। इस वीडियो में हम लोग पॉलिनेशन के बारे में डिस्कशन करेंगे। पॉलिनेशन है क्या? पॉलिनेशन इज अ ट्रांसफर ऑफ पॉलन ग्रेन फ्रॉम एंथर टू स्टिग्मा ऑफ पिस्टिल फ्रॉम वन फ्लावर टू अनदर फ्लावर ऑफ द सेम प्लांट और डिफरेंट प्लांट। पॉलिनेशन एक वाइटल प्रोसेस है बहुत सारे एंजियोस्पर्म्स प्लांट्स के। द प्रोसेस allow the fertilization which ultimately lead to the production of seed and fruit. पॉलिनेशन के बाद ही फर्टिलाइजेशन होता है जिसके फलस्वरूप सीड और फ्रूट का फॉर्मेशन होता है। पॉलिनेशन होने के लिए इन्हें ट्रांसफ़र होने के लिए एजेंट्स की आवश्यकता होती है। तो मेनली 4 एजेंट्स होते हैं: इंसेक्ट, एयर, वाटर एंड विंड। These pollinators play a crucial role in success of plant reproduction. They visit flower to collect the nectar or pollen, and in this process they transfer pollen from one flower to another flower. This transfer is essential for the survival of many plant species, including those that provide food and other resources for human and animals. Now, there are 3 types of pollination: self-pollination, cross-pollination and artificial pollination. Self-pollination occurs when pollen from a flower's anther fertilize the stigma of same flower. यदि सेम फ्लावर में pollination होता है तो उसे हम सेल्फ pollination कहते हैं। लेकिन यदि सेम फ्लावर में pollination ना होकर 2 अलग अलग फ्लावर के बीच पॉलिनेशन होता है, ट्रांसफर ऑफ पोलन ग्रेन होता है, तो उसे हम क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन कहते हैं। सेल्फ पॉलिनेशन कैन हैपन विद इन अ सेम फ्लावर और बिटवीन द डिफरेंट फ्लावर ऑफ द सेम प्लांट। इट इज कॉमन फॉर पॉलिनेशन लाइक पी, wheat and ensure that plant can reproduce even if pollinators are scarce. Artificial pollination is a technique used by farmers and scientists to control the pollination process. It involves manually transferring pollen from one flower to another flower. Right. There are the barrier of self-pollination: spatial separation, temporal separation, or self-incompatibility. Spatial separations in some plant, male and female reproductive part are spatially separated within the same flower. This physical distance prevents the pollen from reaching the stigma of the same flower. This mechanism ensures cross-pollination, preventing inbreeding and promoting genetic diversity. Second, the timing of pollen releases and stigma reproductive can differ in certain species. The male part may release pollen before the stigma becomes receptive or vice versa. This difference in timing preventing self-pollination and encouraging cross-pollination. Self-incompatibility. Some plants possess a genetic mechanisms known as self-incompatibility, which prevent the pollen from germinating on the stigma of the same flower. This mechanism recognizes the pollen as genetically similar and prevents the self-fertilization. Barrier for the cross pollination: physical separation, temporal isolation, mechanical incompatibility, and genetic incompatibility. So these are the 4 barriers which prevent the cross pollination. Now, these are the pollinating agents: bees, butterflies, hummingbirds, winds. Bees are the most common pollinating agent. They are attracted to flower by their bright colors and sweet scents. Bees collect nectar and pollen from flower which they use to feed their colonies. As they move from one flower to another flower, they transfer pollen grain, helping fertilize the plant. Butterflies are also important pollinator. They are drawn to flower by their vibrating colors and sweet fragrance. As they feed on nectar pollen stick to their body and is transferred to other flower. Butterflies are especially important pollinators for pollination have long, narrow tube which are difficult for bees to reach. Hummingbirds are small, colorful birds that are all, known for the ability to hover in mid-air. They are attracted to flower by their bright color and sweet nectar. As they feed, pollen is stuck to their feathers and is transferred to the other flowers. Wind is important pollinator. For many plants, the wind carries pollen from flower to flower. Wind pollinated plants often have a small, inconspicuous flower that produce large amount of pollen grain. Insect pollination. Characteristics of the flower. So insects play a crucial role in pollination, contributing to the reproduction of many plant species. The flowers that rely on insect for pollination often exhibit vibrant color, brightly colored के होते हैं, जिनका pollination insect के द्वारा होता है. Strong scents होता है और nectar large amount में produce करते हैं. These characteristics act as a signal attracting insect to the flower and facilitating the transfer of pollen. Air pollination. Air pollination is commonly made for reproduction of many plants, especially those that grow in large open area. The flowers are colorless. Flowers आपके colorless होते हैं, less brightly होते हैं और साथ ही इनमें scent नहीं होता है. The type of pollination is not as efficient as insect pollinator. Insect pollination कितना efficient भी नहीं होता है. Flowers that rely on wind pollination tend to have certain characteristics. They typically lack vibrant colors, scents, or nectar, as these traits are not necessary to attract the pollinators. Next is water pollination. Characteristics of flower. Water pollination is less common method of pollination compared to the wind and insect pollination. Actually, water pollination mainly takes place in aquatic plant where the pollen grain is transferred from anther to stigma by current of water. This water is also do not have nectar, less brightly colored. The flowers in water pollination especially lack showy petals, strong scents, and they are not rely on visuals and olfactory cues to attract pollinator. Next is bird pollination. Birds are important pollinators, especially in tropical and subtropical regions. Some birds are attracted to brightly colored flowers, while others are attracted to flowers that produce a lot of nectar. The beak of bird can be adapted to a specific flower, allowing for efficient nectar collection and pollen transfer. Hummingbirds are particularly well known for their roles in pollination. Their long, cylinder beaks are perfect for reaching into the flowers to drink nectar. As they feed, pollen grains adhere to their feathers and beaks, which are then transferred to the other flower as they move from plant to plant. But pollination is an essential part of the ecosystem. Next is pollination by elephant. Elephants are the large herbivores that often eat fruits and flowers. These plants often have large flowers that can easily accommodate to elephant trunks. As the elephant consumes the fruit, pollens from the flower stick to a trunk and body. Elephants have unique ability to reach high flowers. They are also known for their strong sense to smell, allowing them to locate flowering trees from afar. When they eat this flower, their long bodies contributing to the dispersal of seed also. This unique combination makes elephant an essential part of the ecosystem. The largest flower, Aplasia, is pollinated by elephant. Next is artificial pollination. Artificial pollination is a technique used to manually transfer pollen from anther of one flower to the stigma of another flower. आर्टिफिशियल पॉलिनेशन में दो इम्पॉर्टेंट प्रोसेस होता है, एक इमैस्कुलेशन एंड सेकेंड बैगिंग. इमैस्कुलेशन में हम लोग जिस फ्लावर पे को पॉलिनेट करना होता है उसके सारे स्टेमिन्स को हम रिमूव कर देते हैं. रिमूवल ऑफ स्टेमिन इज कॉल्ड इमैस्कुलेशन. इसके बाद आफ्टर पॉलिनेशन हम उस फ्लावर को पॉलीथीन बैग से बांध देते हैं ताकि दूसरे पॉलिनेटर्स उस फ्लावर को पॉलिनेट ना कर सकें। इस मेथड को हम कहते हैं बैगिंग। आर्टिफिशियल पॉलिनेशन का यूज हॉर्टिकल्चर्स में, एग्रीकल्चर्स में लार्ज अमाउंट पे किया जाता है। आर्टिफिशियल पॉलिनेशन से हम हाइब्रिड सीड्स का प्रोडक्शन करते हैं। It helps to overcome barriers to natural pollination such as poor weather conditions, inadequate pollination, or self-incapability in certain plants. Significance of for pollination in food production, in biodiversity, and economic importance. Pollination is essential for the production of fruit, vegetables, and nuts. Without pollination, we would have a significant shortage of food. Many crops rely on pollination by insects, birds, and other animals. Pollination contributes to biodiversity. It helps to maintain a healthy balance in ecosystem. Pollinators play a vital role in the production of many plant species, which in turn support a wide range of other organisms. Pollination has significant economic impact. Pollinator-dependent crops contribute billions of dollars to the global economy. Pollination is essential for agriculture and food industries. So, conclusion and call to action. Pollination is essential process for survival of many plant species. Without pollination, many plants would not be able to produce fruits, seeds, or new plants. This has a significant impact on the biodiversity of our planet and the food security of human. We must all be aware of the importance of pollination and take a step to protect pollinators. We can do this by planting pollinator-friendly gardens, avoiding the use of pesticides, and supporting organizations that are working to protect pollinators. By doing our part, we can help ensure that pollination continue to play a vital role in the ecosystem for generations to come. And that's why pollination is essential part of this ecosystem. So this is all about in this video. यदि मेरा वीडियो आपको अच्छा लगा हो तो काइंडली सब्सक्राइब करें और लाइक करें। यदि मेरा कंटेंट आपको अच्छा लगा हो और अपने फ्रेंड्स को भी फॉरवर्ड करें। मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए थैंक यू। बी हेल्दी, हैव अ गुड डे।